7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. Which are the 7 spirits of God. Now we are seeing again lamps of fire burning before the throne. Lamps of fire burning before the throne. Like I said, the symbol of fire is very, very important in the Bible. It's a very powerful biblical symbol which represents, in this case in Revelation chapter 4 verse number 5, it is the 7 spirits of God. By the 7 spirits of God, we are not talking about Holy Spirits which are 7. No, we are talking about the 7 ministries of the Holy Spirit. The 7 ministries of the Holy Spirit. We are going to look at the 7 spirits of the Holy Spirit, 7 ministries of the Holy Spirit from Isaiah chapter number 11. Isaiah chapter number 11. Let us go to Isaiah chapter number 11, verse number 2. And the Spirit of the Lord, 1, shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom, 2, the Spirit of understanding, 3, the Spirit of counsel, the Spirit of might, the Spirit of knowledge, and the Spirit of fear of the Lord. These are the 7 spirits of God. These are the ministries of the Holy Spirit, which are being referred to in Revelation chapter 4 verse number 5 as the 7 spirits of God. And they are being represented as 7 lamps of fire. Meaning to say the Holy Spirit is represented by fire. Though he may be represented by other symbols, but in this case we are talking about the flame of fire. Now we need to understand this, that fire, when the fire begins to burn within you, when the fire begins to burn on top of a candlestick, what does it produce? It produces light. And that is the light that we are talking about, that it needs to shine in you. It needs to shine in you. It needs to shine in you. Now we are getting into it now, where we talk about the light that shines in men. Matthew chapter number 5 verse 14. We hear, before I get to Matthew chapter number 5, you need to get this. You need to be able to connect all these scriptures together. That God makes his ministers flaming fire. And we have 7 candlesticks which represent the 7 churches. They should be burning with fire to produce light, right? Then we have the Holy Spirit, which is being represented as 7 lamps of fire, which also produces light. So when you receive the Holy Spirit and you receive the light of the Holy Spirit, and you begin to illuminate in the world, right? So we're now getting to Matthew chapter number 5 verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid, because you are the light of the world. Who is being referred to here? It is the believer who is said to be the light of the world. He is the light of the world. Why is he the light of the world? We're going to see as we proceed. But he is the light of the world. When you receive Jesus Christ, you begin to shine a certain kind of light in this world. And this is one of the things why the devil may try to target your life, so that you may be quenched of that fire that burns within you. You may be quenched of the fire that burns within you, so that at the end of the day, you will not illuminate the world. You will not produce the light, so that a city that is hidden will be exposed. Luke chapter number 16 verse 8. And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done unwisely. For the children of this world and are in their generation wiser than the children of light. The children of the world, the children of light. These are two opposites. You cannot be a child of the world and a child of light at the same time. These are mutually exclusive. You can be on one side or another. If you are a child of the world, you are not a child of light. If you are a child of light, you are not a child of the world. If you want to light the world, if you want to illuminate the world, you need to be a child of light. If you are not a child of light, you cannot illuminate the world. You can never do that. But how do we illuminate the world? Is it the light that we have that will illuminate the world, or is it the light that we receive that will illuminate the world? I understand that no man has got a light of their own. On their own, they become children of the world. But when they receive Jesus Christ, they become children of light. And this is according to the principle of God, that everything bears after its own kind. Everything bears after its own kind. Then let's go to John chapter number 1 verse 9. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. This is the true light there. If you are reading from King James Version, it has capital L for light. Means it is referring to the greater light, not the lesser light. Jesus Christ is the greater light, and he was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. So Jesus lights every man that comes into the world. There is no other thing that can illuminate a man that comes into this world. So John chapter 8 verse number 12. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. The light of life. So we are seeing Jesus in John chapter 1 verse 9 being the true light who lights every man in the world. Then in 8:12 he is saying, I am the light of the world. I am the illuminator. I am the illumination of the world. If I am not there, if I am not received, there will not be light in the world. But if there is a man that followeth after Jesus, that man shall never walk in darkness, but walk